Hello everyone! Today we've got a boss fight! Yeah! But first things first, after the last episode where I killed Lord Trek, I went back to the bonfire and leveled up. And after that I came all the way back here to the main hall section here to basically progress the game. And I was gonna be fighting those what do you call them? The giant statue things here that can heal themselves. But I ended up really not giving a damn anymore. So I was just running past them, see what was over here, and we have a lever. So let's see what this does. So this lever opens the front door of the main hall, and this front door actually leads outside, which basically means it's a shortcut for easier access basically to the fog wall behind. And I decided to try and fight one of these guys, and here I'm going to be showing you why I find them so annoying. As you can see, with their shield up, I can hit them. I'd run around them, but they can also swing their weapon like that and it can hit you. So I admit I don't fully know their moves and all that, so I'm just going off basically hard and trying to fight them fresh. And as you can see, they heal, and that was so annoying. I tried to, you know, sort of go and continue fighting them, but I'll be wasting my soul arrows, wasting my Estus flask, and also wasting my life basically. So I decided to forget it. I head back to the bonfire and replenish all those things, and I come back down here, and I intend to just run past them and not fight them into the fog wall. So I lighten my equipment burden by taking off my shield and my lightning spear, and I just ran past them. There are two on the floor here. There's also the Silver Knight, so which is why I'm running to the right instead of running to the left. And it's pretty easy to just run past them, but you can't stop to think basically. The thing that I forgot was that we have a boss fight, and I took all my equipment off, so that's not too smart. Okay, so we've got two enemies here. One big I don't know, dude or a girl with a hammer, and another smaller dude with a spear. And I love the music in this fight. I think a lot of people do. And look at me just equip stuff on the go and not get hit. Sweet. So at least I have my shield. So this is my first try against these guys, Ornstein and Smough. Supposedly this is one of the harder boss fights in the game. And look at me get hit. I didn't expect that, because I expected the pillar to block it, but apparently the pillar is breakable, and I get owned. Partly my fault for not being fully ready. Trying to equip stuff in the middle of a fight isn't always good. So that was my first try, and we move on. Here I wanted to point out another mistake I make. Basically, I lay down a summon sign, which is pretty pointless since I don't really have time to wait if I'm running around. The other thing I should mention, that if you're in human form, you can actually summon an NPC to help you. I think on the right side of the stairs somewhere. As you can see, I can't wait around because they'll come up the stairs and chase me. And yeah, because I entered the fog wall, the summon sign message appears saying that it's disappeared, and I had no time to react, and I get hit. So I'm almost dead now anyway, and I just started. The fight, I guess, is fun because there are two characters here, so you're fighting against two strong people, And here I get caught in the corner. I'm trying to move around, but I'm at the wall. So one thing to remember in this fight is that there are 3 pillars in the middle on each side, and you can only move around those 3, no more, because you don't really have time to look around, especially if you're locked on. You can't even move the camera anyway. So that's always something to keep in mind. So here, I just want to point out that I equip the Ring of Favor and Protection, because I think the little bonus that it gives is very decent. I might need it. I think I do in this fight. I do fight these guys a few times and I die quite a few times. I don't know, it wasn't the hardest fight, I don't think. I still think the Ceaseless Discharge was so hard, but of course you have an easy way of fighting the Ceaseless Discharge, so that's the pros and cons of that fight. The other thing about this fight is that I knew going into it that whoever you defeat last, you can get their armor, and Ornstein's armor is supposedly better. So for a lot of the fights that I did, I aimed to take out Smough first. As you can see, this is one of the tries where I'm trying to take out Smough first. But the thing is, Smough is really slow and Ornstein is really fast, and he can basically, he screws around with you a lot. I'm talking about Ornstein. When you're trying to attack Smough, as you can see that he just suddenly appeared out of nowhere. So when he's not in your view, it's really hard to notice where he is and such. Whereas Smough is easier to notice, he's slow anyway. So I think one of the main reasons why I had trouble in this fight is because I was aiming for Smough first for most of the fights. So you can see they have a decent repertoire. Well, Smough doesn't have a lot of attacks. Ornstein, just by virtue of being fast, is annoying. And again, we have the lovely music in the background. So this is what this isn't, I know this is my 3rd attempt that I'm showing you, but it isn't really my 3rd try. I'm pretty sure I died a few times here and there. And like I said, you really have to keep an eye on Ornstein. And the other thing at this stage is that I didn't really know how to use how to switch your lock-on target easily. I didn't know it at this point. I still didn't know it at this point, which is kind of funny. Because I didn't know you had to flick the right analog stick to just switch your enemy or your target. So each time here I had to lock on, lock off, lock on, lock off, which is what I was doing. So to everyone out there, it's pretty good to know that in this fight especially, that to change your lock on target, you just flick your right analog stick. You don't push it to right now Smough is on the left. You don't push your right analog stick to the left, you just flick it left and you'll target him. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So as you can see, you have to really be sure of your surroundings, the 3 pillars, and not put yourself into a corner, because you'll get owned pretty quickly by these 2 guys, especially if they attack one after the other. And always try to use the pillars to your advantage. It's easier to get Smough to get stuck behind a pillar rather than Ornstein. Ornstein is by virtue of like flying around, he can get by the pillars much easier. Okay, Smough's almost dead, Smough's almost dead, come on, come on. Can kill at least. Okay, I'm taking a health. Yeah, that wasn't too smart. And as you can see, the other thing with trying to kill Smough first is that because you're not paying attention to Ornstein a lot. For me personally, I just found I had to use a lot more Estus Flask if I was targeting Smough first. Woo! Kill him, kill him, kill him! God damn! So this fight is a pretty long fight. So especially if you keep dying, it makes it even longer. We should be able to kill Ornstein here. No, okay. One more, come on. Okay. So I mean Smough. You kill Smough. Smough died. And you get a cutscene when one of them dies. So let's see what happens. Okay, so it looks like the other one has powered up, Ornstein, which doesn't sound good. He's also much bigger. Whoa. Okay, and he's at full life again. So basically this boss is one of the few bosses in the game that has a sort of change in the way the fight occurs throughout the match. So the first half of the fight is you fighting against two people. The second half is when you killed one, you fight the other sort of enhanced version of the guy who's left. So as you can see, Ornstein is now bigger, and he can also throw his lightning attack quicker. But the one thing about him is that he tends to sometimes he just tends to sit there and throw lightning. So if you're behind a pillar, you can easily avoid that. And if you're a sorcerer, well, you should be able to hit him from behind a pillar like this, you see. Well, just make sure you're not too close to the pillar. I'm sure I make a good example here, yep. So just get in position and you can hit him a few times, because he does that a few times. So the one thing that's easy about if you fight Ornstein second is that if he does this a lot, you've got really easy hits on him. As you can see, I didn't equip a heavy soul arrow, I don't think, which was my mistake. I didn't expect it to be this straightforward here. But he doesn't do it all the time, and when he changes, you gotta be ready. The thing about his lightning attacks is that it can be fast or slow, and you don't know until he actually releases it, which is annoying. Or, well, adds to the difficulty, I guess. His spear also can travel through, or can hit through the pillar or walls, which is always annoying as well. But if you can keep him behind a pillar, that's good. As you can see, I've run out of Estus Flask. So... Whoa! As you see, that's an attack that Smough has, but Ornstein gained it by virtue of like absorbing Smough, I guess. So my health is deteriorating. Will I kill him? Ooh. Come on. Surely I can kill him. He doesn't have all that much life left. As you can see, that was a slower version of his lightning attack. As a melee character, I wouldn't know what you could do. I think you could probably get near him and his attacks wouldn't be as hard hitting. Ooh. I think I've seen a video out there of a melee character basically running and jumping towards him, minding some area of effect attacks. I mean, you can be killed. Oh, I almost had him! Damn. So it was so close. Unfortunately, that means I have to show you another one. But yeah, that was so heartbreaking that it was so close. I almost killed him, man. Okay, this one isn't starting out great. And you can see the guys chasing me. You can see their shield just now from outside the fog wall. It's funny. Anyway, in this fight, I decided not to give a damn. I decided to attack and hit Ornstein first, not Smough. Or kill Ornstein first. Or basically kill whoever was in front of me, basically. Which for the most part is usually Ornstein. So As you can see, like Smough is really nowhere to be seen here. I can get a few hits on Ornstein easily. So I decided to face him and not care too much that I won't get his armor. His armor is supposedly better than Smough's, but you know, I'm a sorcerer, so it won't really matter. So he's run off screen. Always be careful. Yeah, I'm not picking up my Bloodstone because it has nothing. It was a pretty fun fight, facing two at the same time. And like I said, it was one of the few fights that has a change mid-fight, where there's basically a first half where you fight these two and a second half where you fight an enhanced version. It changes the fight, unlike say the Ceaseless Discharge where it was just the same thing over and over again. And most fights are like that. This is the same thing over and over again. If you find a weakness, you can just exploit it over and over again. So in that sense, this fight was fun. I still had a lot of fun with the Iron Golem. Seriously, that fight was, I don't know, maybe it was just the way it looked. It was sort of cinematic, with me just dodging between the Iron Golem's legs and all that, but that fight was really fun, even if it was a bit easy. But anyway, back to this one. And this time I'm focusing on Ornstein. This is actually the first time I decided to actually just focus on Ornstein and kill him first. All my other previous tries before this, when I actually killed one of them, I only killed Smough first. So in this fight I killed Ornstein first, and we'll see how that fares. I'm using Soul Arrow here, I think because I wanna because they're kind of, I mean, I'm not saying they're less dangerous, but I guess maybe they have less resistance, they have less life, I think, compared to their enhanced forms. So I'm using Soul Arrow here to deal with them. And always try to have both of them in your field of vision. If one of them runs behind you, run so that you can get them in view. Whoa! Okay, I'm sure we can kill Ornstein here. Okay, almost. As you can see in this fight, I have plenty of Estus Flask. I've only used 2, whereas in most of my other fights, and for example in the last fight, I had only 5 left. And we killed Ornstein! Sweet! So 1 down. So at least I get to show you what happens when you kill both of them first. In the fight just now, I killed them. Whoa, that was nasty. In the fight just now, I killed Smough first, and Ornstein was a lot more kinder in his absorption of his friend's power. Smough just whacks his friend. So anyway, so this is my first time facing Super Smough, and so I don't know what abilities he has, what extra stuff he has. It doesn't look all that different. And as always, he's still slowish. Yeah, still sort of the same attacks, it looks like. And so long as he's behind the pillar, I'm happy with that. Damn. Come on, come on. I'd only advise using heavy soul arrow if he's stuck behind the pillar. I mean, I still don't like using it in a normal circumstances because, you know, it's just too dangerous how long it takes to use it. Bear in mind as well that I wasn't able to buy any new spells from Logan because I straight away went up here from after fighting the Iron Golem. I mean, that's one already sort of weakness that I put myself under. And then the other one would have been actually trying to purposefully fight Smough first, or kill him first, just to get Ornstein's armor. As you can see, after I killed Ornstein, he dropped some sort of item. So I want to get that before I finish this fight, if I can finish this fight, because I don't want it might disappear after I finish the fight. Also, the other thing that was on my mind was that since I was always running from the giant statues in the main hall behind this fog gate here, I was worried that if I did kill these guys that the fog wall dissipates and they might come running in and try to kill me, which would be a shame if I to lose all that souls that I gained. So that's one thing to look out for. But hopefully we almost have him. I have to use soul arrow here because I've run out of great soul arrow. And again, I don't really want to use heavy soul arrow just because it's dangerous. Come on, we almost died. So on my first attempt of fighting Super Smough, can I kill him? Can I? I've still got plenty of Estus Plus left. And yes, we did it! Joy! Get the solo Smough. And that's the end of this episode. Join me next time. See ya. Hope you enjoyed it.